friends. Oh, there you are. I'm just looking at you and do this for you. I crack or dodgeball. One of those was true, and it was crack or dodgeball. I had a line, and it was, "This ain't crack." And that went so well that I went on to become a 5-time slashy, an actor, writer, astrologer, nanny, tarot reader. Because why be fucking awesome at one thing when you can crush mediocrity at 5? I've been in search of my orgasm this year, and let me tell you how that has gone. Lots of lonely nights, being like, "Babe, I'm so tired. I don't want to let go with myself." So I went on the internet, and I found me a sapiosexual ambivert who likes clean living and labradoodles. And I realized I've never had a boner, but I know what it's like to lose one now. So that was fun. I feel like, they have all these dating sites that have very deceptively casual names, like Coffee Meets Bagel. And I'm like, if you're over 35 and you still want to have a family, what about, I think a more apt title would be like Where the Shit Hits the Fan, or The Rubber Meets the Road, with a big just ticking time bomb in the background. But no one's going for that. No one wants to code that app. I did recently host a podcast called Clit Talk. Clit is short for clitoris. If you don't know that, you should also be in search of your orgasm. I learned there's 9 types of orgasm. 9 types. The vaginal, the nipple, the extended massive. I'm just like, can I just get the Mitsubishi hatchback with roll-up windows? That would be great. My neighbors, I live in a downstairs portion of a house, and my neighbors recently complained. I thought it was a really good tenant or neighbor. I was really quiet. And my neighbor's like, I don't think you're getting shagged enough. You're too quiet. And one time he got so excited, he thought I was having the big O, and I was literally just killing a cockroach. I was just like, oh my God, it has wings. So I had to tell him that it wasn't me having the O. Read palms, like I said. Sometimes they speak literally to me. Sometimes they tell me exactly what to say. So I realize I'm not really that great of an astrologer. I recently, after the internet did nothing for me in meeting men free range, I'm like, I'm gonna take my powers of setting intentions. And so I waited for the lupine blood super snow puppy moon, and I was like, can I bring in a grounded, stable, emotionally available man? And what I brought in was a man in a van, not even with the van, literally he had to move his home for street cleaning. He hated kissing. His hands would actually curl up into anti-intimacy avoidant fists if my face got too close to his face. He was like, "Meh." And I'm like, let's do 2.5 years. I'll give you 2.5 years for me to change your mind. And I didn't change his mind. You guys, have I told you about the roachgasm yet? It's funny, my career as a 5-time slashy, people get really confused, especially guys with normal jobs that aren't creative. Like a guy who, owns a townhouse in Redondo and goes swimming with dolphins at 5 and heads a team. I went out for dinner with this guy, and he was just like, so what do you do during the day? I'm like, well, I, book clients, and I write, and I, charge my moon rocks. And he asked me a second time, and I was like, I can fill out spreadsheets and enlarge my donate button next to my horoscopes. And then finally, actually pretty normal shit, breathe through my nose. And then he asked me again, and I was just like, you know what? I sit in my beanbag chair, I tickle my balls, praying for the day when I can afford the personalized license plates scraping by. And he's like, sounds about right. Anyway, I had his leftovers boxed, and then I said, off to sell my breast milk at farmers markets. All right, I think that light went off in my face, so thanks, bye.